Good morning, everyone. Well, we just left an absolutely amazing, stunning, dreamlike farm stay, and we're coming along this bay right here of this beautiful glacier water, and there are ducks and geese, and with the backdrop, it is just absolutely stunning. The road's a little crazy and rough, but we are on to our next adventure, and our next adventure has to do with the glacier hike and snow. So we're gonna get a little bit crazy today. So come on, guys, let's go and have some fun.
Alright, we just caught a glimpse of an Andean condor, the largest flying bird in the world. Now, he was up flying, doing his thing, gliding around, so I don't know how good the footage will be, but I know I got a little bit of him, and we're showing it to you whether it's bumpy or not.
So that was the first Andean condor I have seen. Snow spotted one while I was on a hike in Sorrento, Colombia.
But I did not get video of him, so even if it's bad and bumpy, it's pretty cool to get video of them because they're not a normal bird to see.
Welcome back to the Andes Mountains. We are excited to be here. We are out of the estancia and back on the main road into Torres del Paine. And now, I'm still trying to get the pronunciation on that. I think Snow's still working on it too. But obviously we have sort of the English pronunciation and then the Spanish pronunciation. So for us it's a tongue twister. But this has been a chattery gravel road. It is a loop road, meaning you can kind of drive all the way around the park, and it's pretty vast. But today we're going to drive on a road up to this pretty cool gray glacier hike, and so we'll have to backtrack out of that. It's kind of a spin-off off the loop, but we hope it's worth it. So we were talking to the beautiful family back at the estancia as we left, and we were talking about the weather here in Patagonia, and she described it as they have all 4 seasons in a single day here in Patagonia. And we experienced that in Ushuaia and talked about it, and are definitely experiencing it here. It's 75 degrees at about noontime today. Last night there was 0 wind in the middle of the night, so we slept very good. The breeze has definitely picked up. The clouds come and go. Let's see if this temperature holds. Sure would be nice, but winter's probably coming at some point in time today as we stare off into this beautiful mountain range in the background.
So we drove across a bridge, and underneath was a really beautiful little slot canyon with a beautiful milky blue kind of river. So we had to hop out, run back, and get a little video clip of it. Walking back to the van, I swear it was 40-mile-an-hour winds, but doing what we got to do so you guys can see all this beautiful stuff too. Now we're almost to where we're going to camp for the night because it's gotten kind of late in the day. So our adventure we have planned is probably going to happen in the morning. We'll see when we get there. So we just came through almost like a tunnel of little short rock cliffs on the side. And when we came around the curve, well, first of all, as we were driving through there, it was like, kind of like the terrain starting to change. And then we came around the curve and boom, beautiful shot of the Torres del Paine mountain range. The famous peaks are starting to get closer and closer. This is an incredible drive, and we're not even to the national park yet.
Look at this.
The fog is setting in on the famous mountainscape, and raindrops are starting to show up on the windshield. It is 2:30. I think we're making the right call to try this hike in the morning, don't you, Curt?
Yeah, the weather has kind of been getting worse throughout the day. So we experienced spring and summer this morning, and now fall is setting in, and probably winter is not far behind.
We have officially entered the national park. Welcome to Torres del Paine, and we bought a 10-day pass, which means we could stay in here for 10 days. We don't think we'll need that many, but the other option was 3, and we know we need more than 3. So 10 days was about $50 per person. So we have paid $100 to get us and the van into this beautiful national park.
And we're kind of coming in through the south entrance, and I just got to tell you that the view coming in, it's cloudy and a little bit rainy today, but the view coming in is epic. The entrance in here is really stunning. Right away, you're already awed.
All right, winter has set in for the day. A cold, wintry day. There is our campsite for the night. This is a hotel within the national park called the Hotel Gray. And we're gonna walk up there because we hear they have a restaurant. And since it's winter, a nice little cup of tea or coffee sounds tasty.
Well, guys, unfortunately it's raining. The snow has set, winter set in. So through the rain-streaked windows, I'm not sure if you can see it, but we're actually looking at Gray Lake out there. And there's a little black line right across the screen, and you can probably see people walking out there. But that is a little sandbar out there to that little island. And in the background I see a couple icebergs, one that's actually pretty big. And up the way is the Gray Glacier. So it's a viewpoint up to the glacier. We can walk out there on the hike. We need the weather to clear up. It was a bumpy road out here. Not one we want to make again, but we have a very big adventure planned. So we need to get this done tomorrow. Cross your fingers. We need the weather to clear up.
So these are the hotel rooms. It was a very nice bar restaurant area with that beautiful view. And the rooms look nice. Probably as luxury as you'll get inside of a national park like this remote. Wi-Fi that was slow. Our coffee was really tasty. It's about a 200-300 foot walk back to the parking lot where our van is. And this is where we will sleep for the night. And then in the morning, we'll go on our adventure. Oh, little bird. Hi, buddy. Okay, this is Torres del Paine, or Paine. We still don't know how to correctly say it. But we drove in last night on this road and camped right here. Now we're about to do this hike to take a look at the Gray Lake and the cool things on it. But what I want you to look at is how massive this thing is. One of the most beautiful places in the world. Let's go get started.
And so I've learned, and I gotta Google it, but this whole range of mountains or set of mountains is called a massif. M-A-S-S-I-F. Some of you guys probably know what it is and think it's crazy that I don't. But anyway, this is a massif. Oh, there's owls.
Okay. We saw one of these when we were leaving the farm stay. This is their deer. Now, he almost went extinct. He's trying to make a comeback. We will be very lucky if we see one of them. The kingfisher, we'll probably find one of them. I don't know what this guy is, but he looks
That
cool.
might be that eagle.
But no, he's not called that. He's called an aguila mora.
Okay.
And this is a chunco owl. We'll be on the lookout for him. And look at this cute little bird.
We saw him last night at the puddle.
Let's skip this for a minute. And then the woodpeckers. We saw the woodpeckers, I think, down in Ushuaia, but we'll be looking for them again. And spoiler alert, we will be doing our absolute best to try to get you some video of a puma.
You know
in
we
the
love
wild.
you know we love cats.
Now you never know with the nature, but we're sure gonna try.
This is the Rio Pingo. So there's a nice little bridge across here. It's like a big air conditioner coming down that river, only you don't need an air conditioner today. It's probably about 65, 60 degrees.
But the wind.
But with the wind and the wind chill, it definitely feels a little bit colder than that. Last night, the sun came out and the wind wasn't really bad. It did shake the van a little bit, but not as bad as it can be here. But let me quiet down because we are coming into a little forest area. And this is where we would potentially see wildlife. Unfortunate, but these deer were almost driven to extinction. There's just a few of them left. But
they are making a comeback.
They have a plan to help them come back. So that's good news. You doing okay?
Yeah.
A little hilly through there.
They called this one flat. They were wrong. It was not a flat start.
Alright guys, a little bit of altitude here to deal with. Most of it looks like it's going to be a downhill right towards the end. So this will be the challenging part for snow on the way back. Have to take our time up this for sure.
Curt is headed to get y'all some shots. I have found a log for break number 1. Alright, first break is over. I actually sat there and waited for a big tour to go through. There are a lot of tourists in this national park. Patagonia, and mainly this area, it's definitely a bucket list. So I let them get by while I rested. Now let's go catch up with Curt.
Alright, we're out here on this berm, this sandbar that separates the Rio Pingo and to over here, Laguna Grey. And look at that beautiful view of that massive. So right there in the dead center is Torres del Paine Grande. And it translates as Blue Mountain. Look at that. Snow's fighting the wind. It is getting windier as we cross out across here. Woo! See the wind blowing over the water, over the sand. guys, we're taking a little break here and enjoying this stunning view with the iceberg right out there, the waves of the Great Glacier crashing right in front of us. And
a new tactic. We carry a big old beach towel with us so we can sit wherever we need to.
Yeah,
we sat.
And honestly, we said we were going to do more of this, just taking it easy, relaxing, taking it in, drinking in the scenery, and let me tell you, this scenery is worth it. All right, guys, if you can see, the clouds are definitely kind of set in over the Great Glacier out there. And but that iceberg is a lot bigger than it looks. If you see the boat going up next to it, it's clearly, I don't know, 3-4 times what's sticking out. I mean, probably even more, bigger than the boat. But in any event, snow is taking a break. I think, you know, the uphill, the downhill, this is a longer walk than it looks, and it's in really like difficult to walk pebbles. So kind of like sand, but pebbly, and with the elevation and all that, I think she decided to pull out the blanket and sit back. She encouraged me to hustle up here before the fog sets in to try to see and get a few shots of the glacier. So out here on this island, there's a little mirador, and so I'm gonna hustle up here and see if I can get a little closer look. Gonna try to make it up here, through here pretty quick, so watch my breathing, sorry. Oh yeah, definitely worth it. From the walkway, I can see the glacier, but it does indeed look very gray. But as I get a little bit of altitude, I definitely start to see the blue hues pop. So here we go, guys. Here we go. So definitely a cool little trail up around this island. Has a couple different aspects so far, but coming up through these rocky cliffs, and then this flora that I don't know how it resists this weather, but it hangs in there with all this wind and cold, but it really makes for a pretty little walk up to this mirador. It looks like this is good as it gets for us overlanders. We have made it to, or I have made it to the mirador, to the lookout, and clearly the glacier is much bigger than it looks from afar. As I see the boat there on the right approach it, it really kind of gives you an idea of the scale of this thing. We can see some blues. It's pretty from here. I'll see if I can zoom in and get you some little better shots. But welcome to the Great Glacier. What a beautiful setting.
Isn't it lovely? Oh, the vibrant colors, spinning, swirling all around us, like a sea of wildflowers. It's so beautiful. Every painting in the sky, saturated in the light, so much better with you at my side. Every shade of brighter hue, I see it
has caught back up with me, and he's just ahead of me, headed to the car. Gonna make our way back. I still got to see some beautiful stuff, even though I didn't make it the whole way. Those rocks, they were tough. They were like walking in soft, deep beach sand. All right, halfway up the hill. Let's go the other half. Whew. Curt has walked up ahead about 100 feet because he hears the woodpeckers. Let's see if we can find them. It's parakeets, not woodpeckers, but he found them. I know you're not surprised. Oh, he's sitting there posing in the sun. He looks pretty. Vanna's on the dash. That usually means it's moving time, it's moving day. And we are leaving the Gray Lake area. What a beautiful introduction to this national park. But now we need to drive about an hour to our next place we're gonna camp at, because we have something very cool planned for in the morning. But we're not gonna wind this video down just yet, because we may see something cool along the way. So y'all are going to camp with us. Let's go. We are crossing over a river that may be the bluest river water I've ever seen. Wow. I hope that color comes through in the video.
So we stopped off at a little lunch. Check out this view, guys. Wow. But last night I made a little vegetarian soup. So tomatoes, carrots, onions, peppers, delicious soup, cauliflower. And today with the leftovers I'm making chili. So vegetarian chili, looking tasty, windy, cool day, lunch in front of here. We're gonna enjoy it.
My home is not a highway, a straight road to follow, on well-known lone pavements I roam through wide open space with no maps or foot tracks, no turn backs. I'm in deep. I'm still out here and I'm still moving along, still wondering. I'm still at it, I'm still keeping on, still wondering. I am not lost, I'm still just wondering. My aim is distant, far away. I'm believing in long reaches. I'm leaning in and I'm hanging on. I know I will be fine where I go. I am not certain.
We have made it to our camp for the night. There's the welcome center for one of the big hikes you can do here. It's windy, but it'll do. Some people do these long 10 and 5-day hikes, and this is where they park while they're gone. So it's where we'll park, and it's where we're probably gonna grab a cup of coffee, Kurt's eyeballing the hamburgers, and wind this video down. And in the morning, which will be for you guys in a few days in the next video, we have something that's gonna be a ton of fun planned. So we'll see you guys in a few days. Cheers. If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so you guys know when we put out new videos. And don't forget, you can always follow us over on Instagram to see what's going on in between videos. Cheers, guys.